How can we be our own doctor? By what we eat. Our food is supposed to be our medicine. Drugs are drugs. It doesn't matter where you get them from. Drugs are drugs. Drugs are not medicine. Drugs do not help you heal. Drugs are poisonous. All of them. All of them. Drugs are not medicine. Your food is your medicine. Food is medicine. But you know where we got it fucked up? We've been brainwashed so bad that we don't even know what the fuck food is. Shit that they're selling in grocery stores. Everything outside of the produce section, none of that is food. None of it. None of it. Of every fucking restaurant in this country and even in the world, none of them are selling food. None of them. I'm going to tell you what food is, and you judge for yourself. Food grows in nature, and food is eaten in its natural state. What other species has to cook their food in order to be able to eat it? We're no different. We don't have to cook our food to eat it. We choose to eat shit that we're not supposed to eat, and therefore we have to cook it. And not only do we have to cook it, but we also have to season it and add shit to it just to make it so we can eat it. Anything you got to do that to is not food. That is not food. Food. You could literally pick it off a tree and eat it. Pick it off a bush and eat it. Pick it out the ground and eat it. Pick it off a vine and eat it. Human beings are not the one exception who are supposed to be cooking their food and adding seasoning. The fact that you have to do all this shit to it, it's common sense that you're not supposed to eat it. Nature is not failing to provide. Nature has always provided food specific to every single species to ever exist. There is no species in nature going hungry because of a lack of food. And there is no species in nature that has to resort to doing things like cooking and seasoning and eating things that we're not supposed to eat because of a lack of food. Wrong is wrong. It don't matter how fucking long people have been doing it wrong. You cannot eat shit that you're not supposed to eat and still remain in excellent health. You're gonna have problems. Thus, the need for doctors or quacks, a corrupt sick care system. It's our disobedience to the laws of nature that make these quacks necessary. All you gotta do is eat right. You know, and not only are you supposed to be your own doctor and your food is your medicine when you actually eat food, poison is not medicine. And if what you're eating is not food, if what you're eating did not grow in nature and you're eating it in its natural state, then what you're eating is poisonous. Period. Don't matter how good it tastes, it's fucking poisonous. I don't give a fuck what everybody's saying. I don't give a fuck how much a person know and what they say. All you gotta do is look to nature. You learn from nature. I don't give a fuck about this alkaline and all this other shit. When I look to nature, nature ain't worried about alkalinity, all this other bullshit. Nature isn't worried about vitamins and minerals and fucking balanced meals and protein and calories and carbs. The only reason we need to be mindful of this shit is because we're eating shit that we're not supposed to eat, and we're constantly trying to get away with it. We're constantly trying to find a way to beat the system. Like, you only play yourself. There are no loopholes. You're either eating food, which is that which grows in nature, and you're eating it in its natural state, or you're eating poison. Food is your medicine. Poison is your sickness. And you know what else? The flesh that we're supposed to eat is the flesh of fruits, not the fucking flesh of dead animals. We're not supposed to be eating the rotting flesh of dead animals. And people want to, here they go. All these fucking addicts, here they go. Yeah. These people really think what they're eating today, the fucking dead animals they're eating today, is the same as it was thousands of years ago and millions of years ago. It's not the same. That shit you're eating today is loaded with toxic, disease-causing chemicals and drugs. Unless you catch it yourself in the wild, kill it yourself in the wild, and eat it yourself in the wild, raw, you're not supposed to be eating it. Every other species in nature that eats other animals, that's how they eat them. They're not cooking the flesh. They're not seasoning the flesh. They catch it, they kill it, they eat it on the spot. It's not loaded with chemicals at all. There's no chemicals in it at all. But you're not doing it like that. And it's just incredible how people try so hard to justify their stupidity. People really fight hard for their right to stay stupid. I respect it.